Oh, now where are we going? The surprise?
Watch your step then now. Surprise!
Oh, Granddad, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Miss Jean. Join me on a trip to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear, almost clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join me for today's expedition in Discovery Mountain. Today's episode, The Surprise, is the final episode in our story series called Just in Time. Now, each of the previous 9 episodes is available on our website, discoverymountain.com. On our last episode, we had good news. Everyone worked together and stopped the auction. Discovery Mountain Camp was saved. Mr. Simon invited Hattie, Mr. Bilsby, and Judah to come back to Discovery Mountain again today. Now it's nearly dark, and I can hear Blue Birdie. I wonder what Mr. Simon has planned. Why does he want them back again today? Well, let's listen to find out, and listen for your faith exercise, the last in this story series.
Alrighty, Blue Birdie, here we go. Steady. Easy, we're coming in for a landing. New location, girl. We're landing right at Bilsby Builders today. No more worrying about Madam Manager. Woohoo! A new day has arrived for this ordinary pilot. Steady. Steady. Nice landing.
Jake, you're here at last.
Yep. Hey, Hattie. Hi, Mr. Bilsby. Hey, Blue Birdie and I are here to personally take you to Discovery Mountain. Where's Judah? I thought he was coming with us.
Judah can't come, unfortunately. His dad didn't want him getting home so late on a school night.
Aw, that's too bad. I was really looking forward to talking to him and finding out how he's been doing since the summer. Oh, well, climb on board, everyone. It's going to be a beautiful view.
Hello, Blue Birdie, old girl. Let's go flying.
Jake, how experienced are you at flying this thing?
Oh, Mr. Bilsby, sir. I've been flying Blue Birdie since the summer.
The summer? That's not very long.
All right, climb on in, Mr. Bilsby. Sit right here next to Hattie. Oh, and don't forget to put on your seatbelt.
Jake, you're sure you know how to fly this thing?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bilsby, sir. I've only been flying Blue Birdie since the summer, but I've been flying planes for most of my adult life.
You don't look very old, son. How long is most of your adult life?
Oh, don't you worry, Mr. Bilsby. I'll get us there safely.
And back?
Yes, sir. Now, lady and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts and put on your headsets.
See, Mr. Bilsby, Jake might seem like your ordinary guy who trips over things and makes you laugh, but he's a very good pilot, and a safe one.
I'm glad to hear it, Hattie.
Okay, lady and gentlemen, please sit back and relax for our very short flight. Lady and gentlemen, wow, look at that. As promised, when you entered this aircraft, we have a spectacular view.
It's beautiful. Look, Mr. Bilsby, isn't it gorgeous?
Yes. This is a beautiful valley. Look at the mountains and Little Lake.
Yes, I feel like I'm at home in Discovery Mountain.
It looks like the perfect place to build a beautiful hotel and spa, don't you think?
Mr. Bilsby?
Hattie, I'm just kidding. I'm as happy as the next person that we saved Discovery Mountain.
Mr. Bilsby, that joke was a little too soon. I wonder what Uncle George has planned for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure that your seatbelts are secure for landing. Welcome to Discovery Mountain.
Jamie. Hi, Gadget. Who's a good boy?
Welcome, Mr. Bilsby.
Oh, hello, young lady. Are you the Simon girl?
Yeah, Mr. Bilsby, my dad's Mr. Simon's son.
Ah, yes. I remember him when he was just a little guy. Where's your dad now?
My dad's overseas. He's a chaplain ministering to the men and women in the services.
Well, what do you make of that? He was just an ordinary little kid the last time I saw him.
Mr. Bilsby, I promised you a safe arrival. Now, Jamie, what's the rest of the surprise?
Now, Jake.
Oh, come on, Jamie. I've been waiting all day to find out what Mr. Simon's planned. He kept telling me to just go pick up our very important VIP guests, and then I'd find out.
VIP?
Yeah, like very important person.
Jake, I know what VIP stands for, but why are we...
All right. Jake, just stop already. Let me do my part. Welcome, Mr. Bilsby and Hattie. Hey, where's Judah?
His dad didn't want him to be out so late on his school night. He couldn't come.
Oh, that's too bad. He would have liked the surprise. Well, welcome, very important guests, to a special Simon family surprise. Jake, you're an honorary part of the Simon family. Of course I meant you too. Gadget, really? You know you're a Simon.
Miss Simon?
Mr. Bilsby, you are the special guest of my family. Now, my granddad has a special surprise for all of us.
Oh, here it is. I've been waiting all day.
Jake, simmer down. Now, here's a flashlight for each of you. Please follow me up the path to the right.
Oh, wait, Jamie, that's the path to the...
Jake, I know where the path goes. Everyone have a flashlight?
I've got one.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's stay close together. Gadget, you lead the way. Hattie, can you believe everything that's happened in the last few weeks?
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it?
Jamie, hey.
Jake, what is it? I'm trying to talk to Hattie.
Yeah, I know, but I'm wondering, can you please tell me what we're doing?
We're walking to the surprise.
But Jamie, why are we walking on the path to Lookout Ledge?
That's part of the surprise.
Oh, Jamie, you know I'm afraid of heights. And up at Lookout Ledge, there's no guardrail or anything.
Jake, don't worry. This is all for the surprise.
Oh, not all surprises are good. And
this one is. Where's Mr. Bilsby? Mr. Bilsby!
I'm just a little behind you, Miss Simon.
Jake, go and walk with Mr. Bilsby so he's not alone.
What's the surprise?
Jake, go and walk with him, please.
Fine.
Jamie, you and Jake act like brother and sister.
Yeah, you're right. I've gotten so used to having him around, that's for sure. Jake's just part of the family now.
Being a part of the Simon family caused me more than a few problems in these last few weeks.
Hattie, what made you enter the writing contest put on by Bilsby Builders in the first place?
Well, that's a good question, Jamie. Well, I knew that Bilsby Builders wasn't too far from Discovery Mountain, and this place has always felt like home to me.
I'm sure glad you entered that contest.
Me too. I never could have guessed that me, just an ordinary girl, would win anything like a writing contest.
You know what my granddad always says about God bringing people to Discovery Mountain, right?
Yes, Uncle George always says that God brings just the right people to Discovery Mountain. Huh, that's weird.
What's weird?
Well, I've been hearing him say that since I was just a little kid. But I never thought that God would bring me here. I never guessed that his saying would apply to me.
Yeah, God brought you here, Hattie. Hey, there's a question I've always wanted to ask you, but I don't want to, make you sad or anything.
What is it, Jamie?
Well, it's about your parents.
Oh, you can ask me about my parents. I was a baby when they died. I don't really remember them.
Okay, well, what I was wondering is, do you know why your parents named you Hadassah? I mean, it's a pretty name and all, but not a really common one.
Jamie, I've always wondered about that myself. I remember asking Uncle George that question when I was little.
Oh, did he tell you the reason?
No, all he said was that one day I would know.
Oh, that's not very helpful.
I know. Except that now I think I do know. Hadassah was Esther's name before she was Esther.
Oh, right. I remember learning that for one of my Bible memory verses when I was little.
Yes, and this whole experience, with Bilsby Builders and saving Discovery Mountain Camp has given me a much better understanding of Esther's story.
Oh, yeah, how an ordinary girl...
Jamie!
Oh, dear, what now? Yes, Jake, what is it?
Wait up! You and Hattie are way too fast for us.
Okay, we'll stop and wait.
Oh, Jamie, look at the sky.
Isn't it beautiful? Just look at all those stars.
You know, when I was little, Uncle George and I used to climb up to Lookout Ledge and look at the stars.
That sounds peaceful.
All right, Jamie. We're here. We caught up.
Mr. Billsby, are you all right?
Yeah, never better. I haven't felt this young and energetic in years.
Gadget, we're all here. Is Granddad ready? All right, everyone. One last step, and we're here at Lookout Ledge.
Hello, everyone. Watch your step now. Gather around. Surprise!
Beautiful.
Wow.
I wonder what the surprise is. Mr. Simon seems to have worked hard to get the right people here and to keep it a secret. Stay with us through this short break, and we'll find out right after this. I'm Miss Jean, and I invite you to connect with us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where we share behind-the-scenes photos and so much more. Search for @DiscoveryMTN. We'll see you there. Jake, Jamie, Hattie, and Mr. Billsby just climbed up the dark path to Lookout Ledge. Mr. Simon is there with a surprise. I wonder what it is. Let's listen.
Welcome, everyone, to the Simon Family Surprise.
Watch your steps here in the dark. I don't want anyone to twist an ankle. Jake?
Mr. Billsby, Hattie, come stand right over here.
I have to say, George, this is the most adventure I've had in years.
Oh, Mr. Simon, you know I don't like heights. Please tell us the surprise quickly.
Jake, patience.
Jake, you're right. That's why we're all here. Well, let me start by pointing out the newly installed guardrail here at Lookout Ledge.
Oh, hey, finally.
Yes, Jake, you were right. We needed a guardrail up here, especially now with our surprise.
I'm still not going to the edge.
What's the Simon family surprise, Uncle George?
It gives me great pleasure to tell you all about something new here at Lookout Ledge. I've been planning to unveil this the first week of summer camp season, but with everything that's just happened, I believe tonight is the night.
Mysterious.
Many years ago, I landed Bluebirdie here in this beautiful valley, and I decided that this was where I wanted to live. I left my job, and my son and I settled here. You all know that part of the story.
It's one of my favorite stories, Granddad.
I'm glad, Jamie. Now, what none of you know is the rest of the story. Do you know what really made me fall in love with this place?
No, what is it?
The stars. I sat right here on this ledge, what we now call Lookout Ledge, and I looked at the stars. And I'd never felt closer to God than I did at that moment. That's why I chose this place for a new addition to Discovery Mountain Camp. Follow me just down this short path and into the trees.
Oh, now where are we going? The surprise?
Watch your step then now. Surprise!
Oh, Granddad, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Welcome to the Hadassah Observatory. Wyatt and I have been working on this for months.
He even let me help with the painting.
Oh, Uncle George, it's beautiful. But why the Hadassah Observatory?
I named this beautiful place to sit and look out at the stars for you, Hadassah, for a very simple reason. You saved Discovery Mountain Camp. God sent you just when we needed you.
He's right, Hattie. I never would have found out what was happening right in my own company without you.
Oh, Mr. Simon, this is beautiful. Oh, just look at that night sky. It's studded with stars.
Yes, it looks like a confetti of lights.
Gather around in this humble shelter and let's admire the view.
Wow,
It's pretty.
It's beautiful.
I love
So
stars.
pretty.
Ooh, anybody else cold?
Yeah, I'm a little cold.
Yeah, I am too.
All right, everyone. Why don't we all move the celebration into trekkers? All right, Gadget, lead the way.
Uncle George, thank you for this honor. I just can't believe that you named the observatory after me.
Hattie, I named it after you and also your namesake.
Ah, yes, Esther, of course. Uncle George, you were right. God did bring me here for such a time as this. But I have a question. Why me?
What do you mean, Hattie?
Well, why did God send me? I'm just an ordinary girl.
Hattie, so was Hadassah in the Bible story. God chose an ordinary orphan girl to be queen, and Esther saved her people. Gadget, Jamie's right behind us. Just wait. Jamie, Gadget's looking for you.
Hey, boy, you keep running ahead of me. What is it, boy? Granddad, something's wrong. I'll run ahead and find out.
Ow, my ankle.
Jake, what happened?
Oh, I was just showing Mr. Billsby here a secret shortcut and I tripped.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just twisted my ankle a bit.
Mr. Billsby, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just worried about my pilot.
Oh, yeah, I see. Jake, let's try walking back to Trekkers and see how you do.
I'll be just fine, I think. It's not like the time I fell through the cafeteria floor, you know.
You fell through the floor? What happened?
Well, I was on a maple syrup mission.
What is a maple syrup mission?
Long story, but basically he went to the camp cafeteria for more maple syrup.
Yeah, basically. The floorboards broke and my leg went right through.
That happened here? At the camp cafeteria?
Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
Huh. No wonder there was a safety notice issued. Is that the only thing wrong? Just the broken floorboards?
Oh no, there's lots of things wrong. Other broken floorboards, the faucet in the kitchen doesn't work, and the cupboard doors have broken hinges.
Wow, there are a lot of repairs.
Oh, that's just the stuff we had time to start working on. According to the report, the front stairs are ready to cave in, and the wiring is a fire hazard.
Fire hazard?
Yep, the appliances aren't up to code, and the walk-in fridge is a...
Jake, I've heard enough. Give me your arm. Miss Simon, grab his other arm, and let's hobble down the path.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Billsby. Oh, and thanks, Jamie. My ankle actually feels okay.
See, Gadget, Jake is just fine. You never had to worry.
My ankle feels 100% already. Oh, maybe 92, but either way, I feel okay.
I'm glad you're all right, Jake. Let's head down to Trekkers.
Yes, sir. Your wish is my command.
Good. There's something I need to talk to George Simon about. Something that's long overdue.
I wonder what Mr. Billsby needs to talk to Mr. Simon about. Are you curious too? Well, stay with us during the break and we'll come back with the closing of our Just in Time story series. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm George Swanson. I play Mr. Simon here on Discovery Mountain. In real life, I work for the Voice of Prophecy, the ministry that brings you this program. The Voice of Prophecy has been around for a long time, more than 85 years. And this program is just one of several that we have available right now or are planning to roll out in the near future. I invite you to listen to our flagship program called Disclosure, hosted by Sean Boonstra. Disclosure is a 1-hour program featuring relevant topics for today. You can listen to Disclosure on all of the major podcast platforms, on iHeartRadio, and online at disclosureradio.com. You fed your kids spiritually. Now take a little time for you. That's disclosureradio.com.
Such a lovely surprise.
And that observatory.
Everyone. Hey, the water's boiling. Come on over to the tables and let's have a hot cup of tea.
Oh, thanks, Dad. That is just what we all need to warm up.
Uncle George, is there any maple syrup?
Oh, dear.
Jake, I don't get the joke.
Well, putting maple syrup in your tea is a Simon family tradition. Well, I thought it was kind of weird at first, but it is really, really good. You should try it.
I'll have to try it another time. I really do need to talk to George. George, I hate to take you away from the family celebration, but could I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, sure thing. Come on over here. We can talk privately.
Thanks for taking a few minutes. It looks like this is where you work on your paperwork.
Oh, you know, when you run a business, whether it's big or small, there's always paperwork.
And bills to pay.
Yes, of course.
George, I miss the good old days.
Oh, you mean when your kids and my son were just little tykes?
And when you worked for me as an accountant.
Ah, that was a very long time ago. And your business was much smaller back then.
Yeah, it was. George, this is long overdue. But I want to thank you.
Thank me?
Yes. You were instrumental in helping me launch my business.
That can't possibly be true. I was just your accountant. A pretty ordinary job, really.
It was far from ordinary. You made sure that my workers and the bills were paid on time.
Now, Billsby, that was just my job.
George, you helped to establish me as a person that could be trusted to do business with. I'm a success today in a large part because of you.
Well, you certainly have worked hard to earn your place in the business world.
I did work hard, but I haven't lately. I took it for granted. And I let my manager make all the decisions.
Madam Manager.
Madam Manager. And it nearly cost me my reputation and my business. Your family helped me. We saved Discovery Mountain Camp, but we also saved Billsby Builders.
God orchestrated all of it, Billsby. You have to see his hand in it all.
I absolutely do. God took care of all of us. George, there's something I'd like to do to thank you.
Oh, no, please, that's not necessary.
George, your camp cafeteria isn't safe.
Yes, I agree with you there. I'm just not sure how I can make all the repairs needed.
You're not going to make the repairs.
I'm not? What about the kids planning to come to summer camp this year? We can't have Discovery Mountain Camp without a place to feed the campers.
I know. That's why I'm going to donate a brand new cafeteria to the camp.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that, Billsby.
The repairs on that old building aren't worth making. I want to honor you with this donation.
I just feel uncomfortable accepting it, Billsby.
But what about the kids planning to come to the summer camp this year? We can't have Discovery Mountain Camp without a place to feed the campers.
I see what you're doing. You're using my own words against me.
George, will you accept my gift for the sake of the kids?
I will, Billsby. Thank you. You are so very generous. I can see it now. Billsby Cafeteria. Come on, let's go and tell the others.
Can we keep it a secret for a little while longer? We've had a wonderful surprise tonight with Hadassah's Observatory. Let's share this news another time, okay?
Billsby, you are a good man. Thank you.
No, I'm an ordinary man. But God has used me to do some pretty extraordinary things.
Well, thank you again. Come on, you just have to try some tea with maple syrup before you leave. And then, after all that, she left the bag of groceries right there on the counter.
Oh no, and she forgot to take them home?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Well, everyone, would you look at the time? I need to get some sleep. Time to close up the shop.
Dad, I'll help you. Come on, then we can all walk back together. It's late.
Oh, Jamie, are you sure you and your mom don't mind me staying for a few days with you?
Mind? Of course not. We hardly ever get to see you.
Thank you. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Are you gonna quit your job at Billsby Builders?
I don't know. Mr. Billsby says he wants to hire me full-time, but I'm also thinking about, going back to school.
Well, Hattie, you can stay with us for as long as it takes you to decide.
Thanks, Jamie. I'm kind of scared about the future.
Scared?
Yeah, just a little. But nothing like I was when I started the new job at Billsby Builders. That experience gave me a whole new understanding of just how God works.
Yeah, me too.
He just took an ordinary girl like me, and I got to be a part of God's plan to save Discovery Mountain.
Isn't God awesome?
Yes. Oh, and Jamie, I still have something special that you gave to me.
Oh, what is it?
Let me see if I can find it. Here it is in my wallet for safekeeping. Look.
Oh, the bookmark I gave you when you started your new job.
Yes, I've looked at it many times for hope and encouragement over the last few weeks. Psalm 56, verse 3. Whenever I'm afraid, I will trust in you. Thank you. Here, I'll give it back now.
Oh, no, Hattie, you keep it. I want you to.
Aw, thanks, Jamie. It'll remind me of you whenever I look at it.
Well, you're gonna have to come and visit more often now, though.
I'm planning on it, but why do I have to?
Because there's an observatory with your name on it on Lookout Ledge. Hadassah's Observatory.
Yes, I see your point. That was such an amazing surprise, right?
I know. I can't believe that Granddad kept it a secret.
Yeah, but we have the best family, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do.
Well, everything seems to have worked out just in time in this story series called Just in Time. Now, were you surprised by Mr. Bilsby's offer to donate a brand new camp cafeteria? I sure was. I can't wait to hear how everyone feels when they hear about the surprise, too. God used Hattie, an ordinary girl, to do something extraordinary, just like he used Esther for his plan to save her people. You might feel like an ordinary person too, but just like Hattie and just like Esther, God will use you in extraordinary ways. Do you want to know how? Well, when he asks you to serve him, answer yes, and then let him take care of the rest. God loves to use ordinary people, just like you and me, for his extraordinary plan to save each of us. I'm so thankful that we can trust him.
Hi, I'm Director Doug. Sound engineer Danny and I had a lot of fun working on this episode, the last in our series Just in Time. As we're building each scene, we can imagine it in our minds. How about you? For example, in the scene where Mr. Simon told everyone about Hadassah's observatory, how did it look in your mind? I imagined it this way. It was dark and the stars were shining in the sky. Mr. Simon, Jake, and everyone else stood in a circle, huddled close because it was cold. The flashlights lit up the trees and the forest around them. Did it look almost the same in your imagination? Our minds are wonderful gifts from God. He allows us to use our ordinary senses to create entire scenes in our minds. Thanks for listening to this story series with us. We can't wait for you to join us again next time.
I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. To listen to other episodes and to send us a message, visit us at discoverymountain.com or write to us at Discovery Mountain, P.O. Box 999, Loveland, Colorado, 80539. And in Canada, write to Box 2127, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, L1H7V4. This is a production of The Voice of Prophecy. Join us again next time here at Discovery Mountain, where every day is an exercise in faith. The Surprise was written by Jean Boonstra and recorded in Loveland, Colorado at the Voice of Prophecy Studios. This story series, Just in Time, was post-produced in Ontario, Canada by Douglas Bruce and Danny Columbi, just in time.